the dashboard, and I use Auto Collection of Murfreesboro. They're a local car dealership as a test account, so I can show people how it works. And once you log in, you can see that Wambot on a daily basis tracks the rating and review count for all these different review sites of Auto Collection of Murfreesboro. And on a monthly basis, we also scrape and track the reputation of their top 10 competitors. And so Wambot uses this information to decide where each happy review should go, or each positive review should go. On this table here, we have it set to manual, and Google's turned on right now, and I'll show you how it works. You can enter customers 3 different ways, and after everything is set up, that's all you would ever have to do is enter customers, and we get the reviews. So the name is optional, and then email or phone number. So this could be an email address or a phone number, so we can contact your customers via email or text. You can enter customer information there, or we also have a kiosk mode. This kiosk mode and everything else is branded to your company. So you can change the colors and the logo and make this look better on your own. But again, you can do the same thing here. Enter name, email, or phone number. Now, at exactly the right time, your customer will receive an email that comes from you. So this test user is Hans Smith from Auto Collection. Everything is customizable. So it'll say, "Hello, Tiago. How would you rate your last experience with us?" Again, you can customize what this says. Now, if they click on a 4 or a 5, I've just clicked on a 5, and I took my hand off the mouse. And what it'll do, it goes right to the review form of Google in this example, because we had Google turned on in the dashboard. So, so basically, from the customer's perspective, in this example, they purchased a car from you, and at exactly the right time, and I'll explain what that means in a minute. But at exactly the right time, we send them an email or text message asking them to rate their experience between 1 and 5. And without giving them any choice, after they rate a 4 or 5, we send them directly to where you want to get reviews. Okay, and in this case, it's on Google. So it took me right to the review form, and now it's up to me, the customer, to rate and review on Google. But this is their live profile on Google right here, Auto Collection of Murfreesboro. Now, let's say that same customer, instead of having a good experience, had a not so great experience. So instead, they would open up the email. Let's say they clicked on a 1, and instead of directing them to Google, now we've directed them to this form, which they can write, it was a lemon. They click submit, and we've done a few things here. So we've just internalized that negative feedback so we can inform better business decisions, but we've also allowed that customer to vent their frustrations. So now they're less likely to go online and write you a bad review on Google or Better Business Bureau or any other public review site. Now, another thing happens when they leave a low feedback like this. Here's a different email account, and this email account is for the test user. So you, the owner of the account, would immediately get an email saying that, hello, that we've internalized this customer's low rating for your review. Tiago rated a 1 and said it was a lemon. So you can respond immediately and directly from this email to an unhappy customer before it gets out of hand and goes public and so on. If we go back to the dashboard here and look at the customers table, I'll be able to show you that this customer was entered. If we click on view feedback here, Tiago was entered by Hans, rated a 5, was sent to Google, and then Tiago rated a 1 and said it was a lemon. So a couple things here. Everything is tracked, but also it's tracked back to specific users and specific locations. So if your company has 10 locations and 100 employees, we can track each individual employee in each individual location. That's all possible. And again, so in this example, we sent them to Google, and like I said, we can easily click on or off like a light switch on any of these other review sites. If for some reason we wanted to get reviews on Yelp for the next month, we literally could just click it on. Another thing we can do down here, we can click it to automatic. And if it's click to automatic, the software will decide where each happy customer goes. So for example, if this Yelp rating goes below a 4.0, the Wombat would recognize that. It would start sending reviews there automatically. And when it got above a 4.0, it would go back to the more important sites like Google and so on. If you see down here, for example, cargurus.com, it says new review site. What this means is that when we looked at your competitors, we found these additional review sites that we did not find reviews for you on. So the software also recommends additional sites, on an ongoing basis that we find that your competitors have reviews on. So if there's any new review sites in the future, we're going to know about it and we let you know about it. And just to give you an example of the effectiveness here, Auto Collection in Murfreesboro, they started with 6 Google reviews, and they've used the software about a year and a half, nearly 2 years, and now they have 379 Google reviews, and they have a customer volume of anywhere between 50 and 60 customers per month. And on average, Wombat does get ratings and reviews from 40% of everyone that's entered. But in addition to on Google, we've gotten them reviews on Yelp, DealerRater, Edmunds.com, Cars.com, and so on. But the idea is that everywhere a potential customer looks, your business looks good. So I'll give you another quick example here. Black Diamond Electric. They're in Salt Lake City. They're an electrician, plumber, and HVAC company. And they started with 111 reviews after using a competitor for 2 years called Customer Lobby. And now, after about 15 months, they've got 928 reviews. And I'll show you what this means to their SEO and keywords and all that good stuff. If I go to spyfood.com here and I look up Black Diamond Expert, which is their website, and I look up organic keywords, they started using Wombat around October of 2017, and they started with ranking for 22 keywords. And now as of beginning of this month, they rank for 490 keywords, okay? And if I go to the estimated click value in a 2-year chart, again, back to October 2017, their organic clicks were worth $2.10. And as of the beginning of this month, nearly $5,000 worth of organic click value. And what this stems from is in the content of these reviews, people are writing paragraphs in books about their electrician coming to their house and, fixing a furnace or doing work. And so all these words that are contained are all keywords that are now attracting new visitors from Google search. So this person, Armando, said, furnace tune-up was great. So now if you're within the vicinity and you type in furnace tune-up, Google is much more likely to show Black Diamond Electric because of what this person said in their review. And on a daily basis, we're getting these guys reviews. So if I go on the newest, 6 days ago, 7 days ago, and so on. And there is a negative review here, and I do want to point out that even though we internalize all the negative reviews, it does not prevent somebody from going to Google on their own and writing a bad review. And it's not always the worst thing because it legitimizes all the other reviews. But at the same time, if we didn't have an extremely high volume of reviews, every negative review would have much greater impact. And because of the fact that we have a lot of positive reviews, they still have a 4.8, and it would take hundreds of reviews to really make any negative difference to that at this point in time. So, and the last thing I want to show you here on spyfood.com is the fact that this is their pay-per-click information. So if you're familiar with SpyFood, you know that you can look up your competitors and see what they're paying for and everything else. But Black Diamond Electric, pays $41 per click on this ad. It's one of their top-rated ads, and they use their reviews as part of their pay-per-click advertising. So it says top-rated local plumber. So that gives you an idea here. And like I said, everything is customizable. We do have reports that go out on a monthly basis. You can look on this reports tab at any point in time. And if you had 100 employees or users within the system, You would see them all right here. The reports are very simple, and like I said, this is a test account, so at the top of this is just test information and test data. But once it loads here, I'll show you that, yeah, this is all just test information up here, but this is real live information. So in the past month, we got 16 reviews on Google, 5 on Cars.com, 3 on DealerRater, 1 on Facebook, and so on. It would show your top users, and it would also show your top 10 competitors, and it would show you what review sites they rank on and what their ranks are. So just an additional piece of valuable information for managers and business owners. Within the settings tab here, like I said, everything is customizable. So we can customize what each review says, what the logo is, what the colors are. Like I said, each email that goes out. Now, this was the initial email that went out that asked the customer to rate their experience. And I will say that if a customer does not open and rate their experience with this initial email, we send a follow-up email 7 days later that automatically follows up with that customer and asks them to rate and review again. We only do that once, but if they rate a 4 or 5, we send a good rating email about 15 minutes later. So we do follow up with everybody that interacts with it. We have a separate email for the lower rating. And all these emails are completely customizable. So again, but by default it says, I just wanted to personally thank you for taking the time and so on for the good review response. But you can customize this with something like, and click here to like us on Facebook. In the bad review response, something opposite. Sorry for the bad experience. Here's a coupon to make it better for next time. And so the last thing I want to talk about here is integrations. We do integrate through Zapier.com, and that allows us to integrate with over 1,000 existing software applications. So Black Diamond Electric, for example, that's had great success using Wombat, integrates with their QuickBooks. And every time they invoice a customer, it automatically sends that customer data to us. We run our process. They never even log in. And I mentioned before that we get reviews from 40%, or ratings and reviews from 40% of all the customers entered. With these guys, we were asking for the rating immediately after the invoice, and we had an 8% response rate. By delaying that ask by 4 hours within the customization, which allows you to delay the time between when you enter a customer to when they get asked. We ended up settling on a 4-hour delay, and Black Diamond Electric has a 42% average response rate at this point in time. So timing is the most important aspect of generating a high volume of reviews, and Wombat is one of the only solutions that addresses that factor. Like I said, because of our Zapier integration, it could be QuickBooks, Salesforce.com, FreshBooks. There's 1,000 plus software applications that we actually integrate with.
So, what I would ask you to do is look up your company and your competitors on Google, just like a customer would. If you are not the obvious first choice, you should call us immediately.